ones. It's where I wanted to put Christy a little bit earlier, but she wasn't so keen. I think we should head in there now,
Should
though.
we go and see what's
because,
in here?
I think there's Bill there, and there's Tim Baker, MHK. Have you had a good afternoon?
Yes, great event, isn't it? And the weather stayed great in Peel as well for it. So I'm sure there'll be a real good turnout tomorrow for people to get down and see all the different stalls from the different environmental charities and support an important issue. Beth,
and
yeah.
Great to see some politicians down here, because this is an issue that really does need to be taken seriously at a parliamentary level.
Absolutely, I think it's one of the overriding themes of the era that we're in at the moment, and we've only got one environment, haven't we? We've got to look after it, and climate change, the plastics, the whole way we live our lives, and it's really pertinent, I think, because we're all in such a wonderful island, but we've got to look after it, and we haven't necessarily looked after it as well as we should in the past, and I think the work Bill's doing is fantastic, huge supporter of Beach Buddies, but there's so much more to be done, and we've got some choices to make as a community, and these aren't going to be costless choices. They might have financial implications, they might have lifestyle implications, but we've got to have a grown-up discussion about it, and I think the more the awareness is, the more the young people are engaging with it. I mean, there was the Bright Beginnings, or Bright Futures, I think it was called, last week at the Brule Suite. The kids are really interested. Beach Buddies and Bill have done a fantastic job in engaging with them, and we've got to wake up and smell the coffee on this.
Are you and your political colleagues doing enough, would you say?
There's always more you can do, Beth. I think we've got a lot of things to do on this island. We knew when we came in 2016 that there was some big issues to tackle. I think we're making progress, but there's always more to be done. It's continuous improvement, and it's about the choices that we choose to make. So, financial choices, lifestyle choices, where we spend our time. But the important thing is that this is an issue that is mainstream now. If you go back previous years, it was perhaps a bit of a fringe issue. Now, everybody's genuinely talking about the environmental issues. But for me, you've got to think it's across government, but across the whole community. So, how do we travel? How do we heat our homes? What standard do we build our homes to? I mean, building regs, changes they're going to be coming down the line. We've got a fantastic public transport service here on the island, but yet it's under financial pressure. How can we square that off? Well, if more people use the buses, then it becomes self-fulfilling. I was in Shropshire over the Easter weekend. They have no buses on a Sunday, no service whatsoever. The Isle of Man, we've got a fantastic service, but we've got to use it, and it's very easy for people to say government should do this or they should do it. Actually, there's no they, it's us. So it's about the choices that we make. How do we get to work? How do we get to school? What temperature do we heat our homes to? All those sort of things.
Well, Tim, thank you very much for talking to us. Great to see you down here. Have a great afternoon.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much, Beth.
And he's touched on some really pertinent issues there, because the Environment Festival isn't just about plastics at the end of the day. It is about all things to do with the environment. And we're back with Bill Dale now, who's the mastermind behind this fantastic festival. Interesting that another island this week, Jersey, has actually declared a state of emergency with regards to the situation we're in with regards to climate change at the moment. So no better time than now. I mean, you could argue really we should have been doing this a long time ago, but I take it that this is the start of something you're going to continue doing on the island.
Do you know, I've had a few conversations, including one with Tim this afternoon, about how the Isle of Man is in a fantastic position where we can set standards and show others what can be achieved as a community. So why, here we are, we're able to set our own legislation, we can change the laws very quickly if we want to, we could do things before anybody else. It's a bit of a shame, really, that we weren't first to do that. Because I think, honestly, I think if it goes to a petition, I'm pretty sure this is going to have to go through. And that's the way the world's going, So let's look at other issues that's happening around the environment and around what's happening around the world, not just in the Isle of Man. Why don't we set a standard? Mm-hmm. We've done it in many other ways. I mean, people say that about what we've done with the beach cleaning, but it's stretched to all sorts of things. The fact we have biosphere status, I don't think we should really forget how important that is, and we've got that because we're special. Let's show them that we're extra special and do some things and be innovative and think about new ideas, And the kids here today, I mean, you saw, those guys were filling from QE2 here this afternoon. They're the voters of tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And MHKs know this, that they want to see change, and if they don't see the change, then they'll be voting for people who will be making for change. So, you know, this 2 years' time before there's an election.
It's humbling, isn't it, when you think that it is, like you said, the children, the likes of Greta Thunberg, who is the person who's really feels like she's really kick-started something here, and she's a very young girl. Yeah,
she's quite a special girl. You know, when I first saw that, people thought, well, it's just some young kid from Sweden, I think it is, or Denmark or whatever. And it came to me that she actually got quite a presence about her. You know, she delivered her speech with a real passion. You know, it meant something to her. You could tell that when she was speaking that she really cared about it. And I think that's the difference, is that, and you speak to these children, and I speak a lot in schools these days, the children of all ages really care, and you know, the future really obviously is in their hands.
Bill, thank you so much for having us down here today. It is open tomorrow, so come down and spend the day here with your kids. There's loads to do. Just remind us quickly what the times are tomorrow.
We're open here from 10 a.m. and finish at 4, and as you've said, great activities for the whole family. It's been a really interesting day, and we're expecting pretty busy tomorrow.